Welcome to the making of a DM. Is your business struggling? I'm going to share with you a fast solution, maybe one you don't want to hear, but it does work. And not only that, my big marketing F-up and how to avoid it. So with that said, let's get started.
I'm Mark Evans, I'm here to help and teach them what I know and how I did it to discover freedom. There ain't no question Mark Evans when he step in the door. He's closing deals. Time to tell him what the DM stand for. I'm a deal maker, but I'm not just a deal maker. I'm a dream maker.
Hey there, it's your boy Mark Evans, DM, sitting here in chilly Parkland, Florida, up in the office, overlooking the golf course, watching these people walk around, chasing that little white ball. You got to love it. Anyways, as I'm sitting here talking to you today, I want to always say thank you so much. We are all in this journey together as true entrepreneurs, dealing with 80,000 things a day. I know who you are. I know what you deal with. Some people deal with things differently. And that's what I'm here to talk to you today about some challenges that I've had recently and how I hope my challenges and solutions can make your life a little easier. And as you know, the podcast here is free, 100% free. I do this because this is a way of giving back. I've been an entrepreneur my entire life, never had a job as an adult, and I will never have a job, if you will, a W-2, I should say, because we have lots of jobs as entrepreneurs. But I just want to say thank you so much for being on this journey. A lot of stuff going on, a lot, good and bad and everything in between. But as I'm sitting here talking to you today, thank you for all the 5-star reviews, sharing this with your friend. I know I say this all the time, but listen, this is so important to all of us, not just me, but you and who you care about. Sharing this show, like I said, simply, I share shows all the time with my buddies, with my wife, with people I care about. If I hear something on a show, if I'm running or walking or just, driving or just listening, I pause it. I share the show on the platform that it's in. It's like, shoot them a text. Hey, Dina, listen between minute 20 and 24. Powerful message, right? And then send it. This is a great way to plant seeds of success with your friends, letting them know you're thinking about them. So that's one thing as an entrepreneur. We got to be thinking about other people because you're taking a lot of information in daily from a lot of different angles. And when you do this, it starts creating an abundance effect because you can listen, interpret, and if you're consuming, you can also share. Hey, this is my consumption. Check out this show. Why this is important to you. It's very specific for them, and they will thank you for it. I promise. I get messages all the time from people I share shows with, like, dude, that was insane. I never even thought about that. Thank you for thinking of me, stuff like that. So share the show and connect with people. Like, it's really simple. It's free, and we're selfish if we're not. Guys, I don't care who you think you are. Every single person is dealing with stuff. And if someone just takes a nanosecond of their life to think about them, to send them something positive, insightful, impactful, it can really make a big impact in their day, week, and month, and year. Seriously, take a second. If the show makes sense, share it with 2, 3, 4, 5, 100 people, whatever you need to do. So enough about that. I want to talk to you about business struggling. If your business is struggling, I want to share this with you because a lot of people, lots of people listen to my voice. Like, all of our businesses are struggling somewhere, right? Maybe we're struggling on hiring. Maybe we're struggling on marketing. Maybe we're struggling on revenue. Maybe we're struggling on the pivot. There's a lot of struggle points. But the key is we don't want to create strangle points. So let me talk to you about something. I was talking with a guy probably about a week ago now, and he's in the dumps, right? We've all been there where you're like, dude, it's so hot. So hard. Like, our brains feel like they're going to explode. You start getting overwhelmed, frustrated, short, ticked off very easy because, like, you're seeking a solution to solve the problem. Unfortunately, depending where you're at in the journey of the game, you might be coming to solve a plumbing problem with a hammer, right? You have a tool, but you have the wrong tool to solve the problem because all you need is a plunger for the tool example. So when I was talking to him, he's like, man, I just got done with a lawsuit. They got $160,000. I wasn't personally ready for this financially. I'm not good at financial planning. And I get that. But I'm asking him, like, what are you doing though? What are you doing today to solve the problem? Well, we got a lot going on. And it's just, like jobs just aren't paying fast enough. We ain't getting enough revenue. And I'm like, what are you doing as the owner? Yes, you, as the owner to solve the problem. And he said something that I hear pretty much every single time I ask these questions to guys or gals in this situation. He's like, dude, I'm willing to work 16 hours a day, 18 hours. I'll do whatever I can to solve the problem. I'm like, cool. I believe you. But what are you doing right now, today? What's on your schedule today, tomorrow, this week to solve your problem? And then this is where it starts. Well, I'm hooking up with someone to help me financial planning. Okay. What else? Well, I'm like, I know I have information, but I need a new CRM and I'm the only one that can make the decision. I'm the only one that can take the information and put it in the system to get going. Okay. So you've been in business 13 years. You've created revenue. You just told me your last month was the worst month you've had in a while. What are you doing to create revenue? See, the thing is, there's a massive difference with being busy and being productive. When you're in the trenches and you need to create revenue, the last thing you should be doing, is busy work. I'm talking, you don't take a shotgun to kill an elephant. It won't work. I don't care how many times you shoot that fucking elephant, it's not going to be affected. There's nothing effective about it. You're out there in the weeds. You're out there in the bush, if you will. You found the elephant. You brought the tool, the shotgun, 12 gauge. It literally is going to do nothing. It's spreading everywhere. You need the 50 cal. You need the right tool. You need to be very direct and very focused on what the mission is of what you're trying to accomplish. Do not confuse activity with productivity. And I see so many great people struggle here because you are busy. You are doing a lot of things. Your brain's about to explode because you're doing a lot of new things. Truth is, most of this shit you should never even think about doing, let alone you doing the work. This is stuff you would hand off to someone that specializes in CRM management. And not only that, when I was talking to this individual, he's talking about, I need to get better at financial planning. Dude, right now you have no money to financially plan for. Yeah, but I need to build the business bigger. So this can't happen again. Yo, homie, if you do not fix this today, make money today, the future doesn't exist anyways. Here's how you financially plan for zero. Zero. There's no planning needed. You have no money to plan with. So we need to get back to the basics. What got you to where you're at? What got you to revenue generation? You getting on the phone calling your top 10 clients. You getting on your phone asking for referrals. You going to events, shaking hands, kissing babies, connecting the dots. You have to show up and close deals. I don't care if you've done that in the last year, last 10 years, last 100 years. It doesn't matter. If your company needs money, it needs you. It needs you to get in the field. It needs you to get out there and connect with people that are ready, willing, able to buy your products. When's the last time you called your top 100 people in your system? Well, Mark, I ain't got a system. Motherfucker, you do. Pull out your last 100 invoices and call these people that's paid. See what's going on. How is their service? How is their experience? Do they have any friends, neighbors, cousins, brothers, sisters, anybody with a pulse that possibly could utilize my service? You have to get serious about this. You cannot be playing this game like, well, I'm doing everything I can in my own power. I don't have a CRM. I can't really get good clarity. Dude, when you need to make money, the clarity is pen, paper, phone, execute. That's the plan. I'm not saying do this forever. I'm saying when you're hunkering down and your business is suffocating, there's no money to pay people. right? This guy said, I sold my kids' four-wheelers. I sold my truck. I sold this. Cool. You sold all that stuff, but what are you fucking doing to make money? That ain't making money. That's selling shit you probably shouldn't have bought of anyways. Distractions. What are you doing as an owner to get on the phone, to get in front of people, to close deals, to generate revenue? When you do these actions, you get out of that funk. Make the 50 calls. Conversate with 20 people. If you do that today, my friend, I don't care where you're at in the journey, you will make more money, period. I don't give a fuck what CRM you have. I don't care if you even have a CRM. Too many people are creating complexity for execution. Complexity actually kills execution. There's no momentum, especially if you're not a complex individual like me. I'm pretty dumb. Give me a piece of paper. Set me in a silent room. I don't want fucking TV, radio, news, none of that bullshit on. Give me the phone. Give me pen and paper. Give me the top 100 people I've worked with in the last 2 weeks, 12 months, whatever. And I'm going to start calling. And I'm going to start having conversations. And I'm going to get excited. I ain't taking lunch breaks. I'm just going to piss as fast as possible, get back to the phones. Truth is, I'll probably be on the phone while I'm taking a piss because I got to close deals. It's that important, guys. It's that important. I know sometimes the best way to get out of a rut is to stop digging. And too many of you are digging the rut deeper by lying to yourself, thinking you're doing something to create revenue by all this other gadget bullshit. Again, I'm not saying a CRM is not important. I'm just saying when shit's hitting the fan, it doesn't matter. You have to make sales. Well, I'm going to try this new texting system. Why? Well, dude, this AI stuff's amazing. I'm going to have it. Why? I'm not saying not do it, but it's called timing. Timing. I'm not changing the tires of my car when I'm going 55 miles per hour down the road, am I? I need new tires. Well, I don't change the tires when I'm driving. It's timing. You got to pull over. You got to go to the station. You got to put it on the lift. You got to make sure they got the right tread. Like timing. Don't fall for this. You're screwing yourself. You understand if you have a great service, product, etc., and you're not being proactive, you being proactive with your people you've served already that love you, there's someone else out there that's going to get their clients. Get them. They're going to take them from you. They're not even yours because you're too busy doing bullshit. Get back to the basics. Rockefellers didn't have a CRM. Stop making excuses for doing the work. Whatever happened to good old-fashioned work? You're not above making fucking phone calls, are you? You're not above going to a meeting, are you? I don't care how big or how small or what size you are, does not matter. When the company is suffering revenue, you must be present in that company. It's mandatory. Not only is it great for revenue and great for relationship management, but it's great morale for your company to watch the leader lead. Get in the trenches with the soldiers. Show them what you're made of. You'll set the standard for them. You'll let them see how it's done. Too many of you are trying to lead from a desk. Too many of you are trying to lead from your fucking hammock. Lead from the field. Let them see how it's done. What your rhythm is. What your call volume looks like. What your conversations consist of. This is how you get out of the funk. We all are guilty of this, some way more than others. I want you to experience this. I want you to get there and do this work. It will give you more confidence than you've ever thought of. It's a good reality check for your ego, too. I'm not against doing this myself. Actually, I do it all the time. I love to have conversations with happy clients, to talk to them about referrals, to see what's working and what's not. How can we serve them better? That's what true leadership, true business owners do. The truth is, depending how big you are, it's more important than ever. Lead by example. Give them the tools of leadership. They're just, humans are like children, right? We're all children. Just some are bigger kids than others. It's not what you say, it's what you do. They'll hear you, but they'll drive with you when they see you do it. Inspire people. More importantly, solve your fucking problem. That's like the best gift for you as the owner. You solve your revenue problem by solving other people's problem and charging them for it. Go figure. So many people are lost with gadgets and systems and doing none of the work to make more money. I was at an event this weekend, actually a big mastermind group for commercial real estate. And I'm sitting there and listening to all these guys talk about AI. I'm like, cool. How much fucking money have you made with AI? Well, it's not really that. Motherfucker, in business, it is that. What is it solving? Who's it helping? How much are you generating? What's it doing for the team? See, a lot of people are doing a lot of things, but they're not making any money. Why? Why are you so unfocused? Why are you so unclear of what your objectives are? What's holding you back? Get clear with you can, like, systems will never outwork the owner. It will help you. It will enhance you, but don't let it define you. Just get to work. Do the work. So being present in your business is very important. I know everyone thinks I hang out, smoke cigars all day, and do nothing. Well, hate to burst your bubble. That's not what I do. I know sometimes social media looks like that. I do enjoy life. I do enjoy hanging out with my family. Actually, the truth is, if you looked outside in, I have a pretty boring life. If you like to hang out with your buddies, if you like to go out, I was talking with some guy recently. He's like, dude, you don't have a boys' night? I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about, boys' night? Like where you hang out with your buddies at one day a week. I'm like, no. I hang out with my wife and my kids and my team. See, the thing is, what are you going after? Like, if you're trying to build something big and you're worried about boys' night, your big is not my big. I promise you that. Listen, if that's what you want to do, cool, do it. That's the beautiful thing about this game of life. You can do whatever you want. I don't think I've had a boys' night in, I don't even know how many years. I don't even know how many years. 10, 20. I literally, because I've never been about boys' night. I've been about life, growth, opportunities, connect with amazing people. I'm not trying to escape reality. I'm trying to build a better reality. Big difference. Big difference. Recently, I've been working on building this newsletter. Thank you guys for subscribing to it, by the way, of how I want to turn my objective. The agenda is to turn $1 million into $10 million in opportunity in 12 months in 2024. And I love the idea. I'm sick of listening to all these people lie to people, talk shit, act like every deal's a win. Not every deal's a win. We've talked about that last week about, on Shark Tank, how 7 out of 10 deals fail. That's called life and reality in real life business. It happens, right? I don't care how great the product or how great the people or how great there's failure in growth and business and opportunity. There's a lot of moving parts. Don't take it for granted. But the whole newsletter, I mean, and I got $25,000 in marketing spend backed up behind this because my objective is to get 250,000 subscribers on that email newsletter in 2024 and to acquire. And right now we're about $11.57 per opt-in for name, email, phone number. That's a lot of money just for a name, email, and phone number. We were shooting around $4 or $5. That was our objective. But then I sit down with the marketing team yesterday and we were talking, and I made my problem the ad. Like, behind the scenes, I'm sick and tired of hearing people lie, deceive, not tell the full truth of, growth. I think most of the people that you follow online are not doing real business. Their business is coaching business. That's their business. Well, I have real businesses, and I coach and share my insights of what I've learned over 27 and a half years, right? So it's a way different angle. And I'm sharing the truth. They're sharing thought, theory, and what they just heard. So maybe they listen to my podcast show and then they go and spew their information, acting like they have a solution. They're just regurgitating information. Now, I'm not here to knock on them. I'm just sharing the truth. So what happens is when I'm sharing this information with my team, that's my frustration. I'm like, I want to help people. I want to show them what real business, what kind of deal flow I'm looking at, what deals I'm doing and why through my torch method and all these different objectives, how I'm able to say no quickly, how I'm able to say yes quickly, how I'm able to, find the money if there's money needed. There's a lot of different ways to do deal making. And I don't care if it's real estate or business, it's all the same shit. It's just a deal, right? So as I'm doing this, we started looking at the metrics, and $11.57 an opt-in, to get 250,000 leads, we're going to spend a lot of money. It's $2.5 million to generate a $250,000 list. That's not needed. So we started asking ourselves, what's the problem? Well, the problem is I broke marketing 101 rule. Stop trying to solve my problem and solve the viewer's problem. See, in marketing, people buy solutions. What's the benefit? There's no benefit in watch me turn 1 million into 10 million. That's not a benefit. That's an idea. That's a thought. That's a challenge, if you will. But a lot of people just don't even understand what it means. In their brain, they're like, oh shit, yeah, I'm sure you can turn 1 to 10 million. Hey, I got 100,000, turn that into a million for me. Ha ha ha, LOL. It's like, dude, what are you talking about? That's the problem with marketing, by the way, especially social media marketing. Everyone's got a fucking voice that has $12 in their bank account living in their mom and dad's basement. That's what makes me disgusted about it. That's why I want to create a real, authentic, genuine newsletter to be of value to community that served me so amazingly well, i.e. entrepreneurs. But the market, the world doesn't like that message. It doesn't solve their problem. So you will see, we gathered about 2,600 opt-ins like that. And we're going to turn that into revenue. Like I said, we invested about $25,000 into those opt-ins, and I'll have more data here in the next 2 or 3 weeks, but we're going to turn those 2,600 people in to at least $26,000. That's the goal, right? But also our marketing, if you follow me on social media, you'll see our ads change drastically. I'm going to share with you how to, over a 3-day challenge period, how to find, how to, communicate, how to structure the deal, how to find the funds, and how to generate revenue by acquiring companies and businesses. That's what I'm going to show you. And there will be a fee to do that. There'll be a pay to play to learn the game. It will go from $97 to $497. And you'll get in there for 3 days, and we're going to really do real work. That's what people want. They want information and solutions to their problem. And then by doing that, we could bring people in, and then now we have a formula of generating leads for, it's called a self-liquidating offer, SLO. Meaning that if I pay $10 for a lead, but yet I earn $10 back because they either buy a $97 product or a $500 product, right? Whatever the numbers are, the percentages, right? A small percentage will do these things, which will pay. We only need 1 out of 10 at $100 to pay to break even, to take the offer. This is called marketing, right? If you're not learning this stuff, and it's just more stuff you want me to teach you about, let me know. Shoot me a message on Instagram at Mark Evans DM and say podcast marketing. Again, Mark Evans DM on Instagram at Mark Evans DM, and just say podcast marketing, and I'll know what that means, and I'll go deeper into this. But you must be marketing and be thinking about this. See, not everyone has $1 million lying around to invest in their brand. I get that. But if you could literally spend 10 grand this month on advertising to make a $10,000, which would break even, you not only just paid zero for your leads, but you also now have buyer leads, which are way high quality compared to freebie leads, right? So say if I spend $10,000, I get 1,000 leads. Out of those 1,000 leads, say 100, say 10 of them buy something, 10, 20. So we need 50 people to buy something for approximately $200 to break even, right? So nothing too crazy. I'm just making these numbers up off the fly, clearly. But the metrics, I'll share these metrics with you. I have nothing to hide. I want you guys to learn real business. There's nothing here in Parkland, Florida, as I'm sitting here watching all these golfers golf. There's nothing here that says, oh man, how do I not share real information to help my audience generate more wealth? It doesn't serve me. It serves me giving you real insightful, real marketing shit. And I just want to be clear. I fucked this up. I've invested millions and millions of dollars in marketing. I have great marketing teams. We all missed the objective. We tried to change human nature. You can't change human nature. It is what it is. So no matter how much money you have or how many great people you have, human nature's human nature. Market to what people want. Solve their problem to ultimately solve your problem. See, I was too busy trying to solve my problem, which the consumer market doesn't know they might not even know that's a problem, right? They just don't even know it exists. I know too much. I know how the sausage is made, right? So the thing is always sell the sizzle, give the steak. Don't sell the steak and give the sizzle. So a lot of cool things here in the game of life of business. This is raw talk. I'm talking to you in my office. If you were sitting across my desk, we'd be sharing this great detailed data. I'm spending $10,000 a month, $300 a day on average. My goal is to get X amount of leads for that. My goal is to SLO, self-liquidating, offer it. How do I break even daily? Not every day's break even. You're going to have 1 or 2, 3, 5 days sometimes that get wonky for whatever reason. If you're marketing on Facebook, YouTube, Google, whatever platform you're on, and you have to pay attention where your audience is. Where's your audience hanging out? Who's your avatar? Who are you going after? I understand how to talk to business owners. I understand how to talk to real estate investors. I am these people, right? So the language is super simple for me. But also with that said, because it's I understand that world so much, sometimes I break the rules of marketing and I lose money. But you never really lose money if you understand how to pivot, have a real conversation with yourself. You pivot, you create an offer that solves their problem, and then you reverse engineer the offer and you go to your audience and you make a no-brainer offer to them for revenue. Like, hey guys, for $97 to $497, here's what I'm going to do. Here's the date. Here's what it's going to look like. Here's what you get. Here's the problem it's going to solve. And then they buy. A percentage buys. That's what they do. That's what we do. That's what you and I do. We all buy, right? So stay tuned. We'll see if it works. I have 2,600 people on that specific newsletter that I'm going to be very clear. Obviously, I'm going to go to the wider market as well. And I'm going to say, hey, cold traffic produces this. Warm traffic produces that. Typically, cold traffic generates less money per opt-in than warm traffic. Why? Because relationships matter. Trust, rapport, relationship. If they're on your newsletter and they're getting newsletters and emails from you consistently, and they deep dive with who you are, what you stand for, how to connect with them, now all of a sudden they're like, damn, I kind of like this guy. If you're listening to my voice right now, the only reason you're here is because, one, I'm giving you value, and two, maybe I'm semi-comical to you and say stupid shit and say the cuss words that I shouldn't say oftentimes, and you're like, dude, like, this guy's real. He's real. I can relate to a real guy. I'm not a polished guy in a suit, sitting in an ivory tower, acting like you're below me. I'm with you. You and I are the same. Just because maybe I'm 28 years deep in the game almost, that doesn't mean anything. Shit, I know people 40 years deep in the game that still aren't doing anything big. I feel like I'm just getting started. And I'm sharing with you genuinely, openly, I just messed up and I am that far in the game. So what makes it think that anybody's mute to this? We all mess up. The question is, what do you do when you realize it? And what's the next steps? Well, you know what I did? I'll even give you some more. Because when I opt these guys and gals in, I get their name, email, and phone number. So daily, I've had my team deploy out 100 text messages to these folks, and they reply. I'm asking them a question. Hey, Steve, thank you for subscribing to the newsletter. What kind of business are you in? What I'm trying to do is create connection and engagement. And now that anchors in them. And it's funny, you get a lot of funny messages. Some of them are F you, some are unsubscribe. Some of them are like, dude, there's no way this is you. This has got to be AI. No, it's me replying back to you. When I was at that Orlando event, this guy messaged me. He's like, dude, I doubt this is Mark, but I'm here in Orlando and I heard you're here. If you want to connect, shoot me a message. Well, I did connect. I did shoot him a message and we got together for a second. See, the thing is, and I have real companies doing big, but like, this is an important project to me because if I can get it right, I can build the team around it. I don't hand it off too soon. And that's what I see a lot of people do. They just hand off too soon. And I've been guilty of this many times. So I'm very conscious of this now. Don't have an idea and hand it off and move on. Have an idea, get it going, get some results, get some feedback, bring on some team members, kind of get the machine rolling, and then start creating a plan, right? You know my saying, you don't have to get it right. You just have to get it going. I'd rather see you do it now than to wait. You must be marketing your brand. You must be building your personal brand. You must be building your business brand every single day. You're doing it if you know it or not, by the way. So control the narrative. But again, I still have issues in marketing. I still have issues in hiring. I still have issues in team members. Every issue you have, I have. So I'm not better than you. We're in this together. I figured some stuff out. Maybe it could help you. But I'm genuinely open about this because I do daily thought auditing. Like, what am I missing? When I'm sitting here looking at these numbers, daily reports, I'm like, how are we? Because, there's some days these leads are costing $35 for an email. I'm like, what am I missing? What am I missing? Why isn't this working? How do we get a $5 lead? The answer was right in front of me. And I know better. And my team knows better, but we were trying to change human nature. One of my mentors always used to say, Mark, sell people what they want, give them what they need. This is worth repeating. Sell people what they want, give them what they need. You understand, when you're selling stuff, when you're marketing stuff, it's very important that you understand who you're going after. This is what makes marketing work very well and very bad. So, for example, if I'm a plumber and I have a leak in my house, am I looking for a basic plumber or am I looking for a 24-hour emergency plumber? It's a different person. It's a different company that's going to capture that attention, right? And what's cool about online marketing is you can create different ads. If someone types in 24-hour plumbing, 24-hour emergency plumbing, your company that does plumbing in general could pop up an ad that says 24-hour plumbing service, emergency service, click here. Now, all of a sudden, you capture that individual. You better answer that phone call. It's not like send it to a voicemail and get back to it when you can, when it's convenient for you. It's not about you. Your business is never about you. It's about your customers. I know it sucks hearing that, but that's the truth. And I'm not saying be a slave to them, but be aware of what business you're in and why you're in it. And I'm not saying it even needs to be you answering the phone. But in an emergency service, put yourself in that shoes. Picture you walk in your house and there's a flood happening. The first thing you do is you grab your phone, you type in emergency plumbing services, and you call the first person. Ring, 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 ring. Hi, sorry, this voicemail's full. You go to the next person. Ring, ring, ring. Please leave a voicemail. Ring, ring, ring. Hello, emergency plumbing service. How can I help you? Which company do you go with? You're not shopping price, by the way. You're shopping a solution to your problem. Understand what I'm sharing with you is a game changer. A big difference. So even me, that's invested many millions in marketing, I fucked it up. So that doesn't mean you can. I hope that you look at your ads that you're running, your door flyers, your website, your email marketing, or whatever marketing channels you're using. If your marketing's not working to the level it's capable of, there could be many reasons. Start with the messaging. Start understanding who your avatar is so you can start connecting with them to solve their problem, which ultimately solves your problem. Money, growth, opportunity, scale, right? So as we're coming to an end, I want you to know this. Get back to the basics. Do the work. Make the calls. Connect with your audience. Have quality conversations. Ask for the sell. Ask for the referral. And solve people's problems. You will earn more money. Stop being busy. Start being profitable. Start getting focused. Start understanding what your balance sheet says in your company. Most of you don't even know what I just said. Let me say it again. Start looking at your balance sheet. I was at a group with my billionaire mentor and a bunch of money guys in that room. All they talk about is the balance sheet, balance sheet, balance sheet, balance sheet. I'm glad I have a great team members that's helped me over the years understand what a balance sheet is, how to read it. I still get confused, but I know who to call, and they walk me through it, and they give me clarity. Clarity gives me confidence. Confidence gives me execution speed. I can go much quicker, much bigger, much faster because I have clarity. If you look at anything in your life and your business, when you stutter step the most is when you're the least clear. Should I go? Should I go back? Should I spend more money? Should I pull back marketing? Should I hire? Should I fire? Should I grow? Should I scale back? Gain clarity on what your numbers tell you. Data, not drama. Data, not drama. This should be a mantra. Data, not drama. Data gives you direction and confidence to execute with speed. Oftentimes, data is unclear because it's not just data. It's data interpretation. What is the data telling you? How do you read it? Is it moving forward or is it going backwards? Are you looking at trailing data or are you looking at real-time data? These are things you should know. Data, not drama. And I promise you, through this journey, this is why I commend you for being here, because you're learning. Gather this information. Like I said, if you need help on marketing, let me know. I want to help you. Shoot me an Instagram message at Mark Evans DM. Say podcast-marketing. I'm here for you. I'm asking for me to help you, right? So stay focused. Enjoy the ride. And hopefully, maybe if you're not in the DM Alliance, maybe one day you join an amazing group of individuals. I think we have about 132 folks in there from all over the country doing amazing work. We have a badass event coming up in June. It's going to be epic, my birthday bash event. I keep telling myself I'm not going to do it every year, but I have to because we raise so much money for charity. Last year was over $711,000. And it's awesome to see. It's great to be a part of, and I love seeing you guys. Stay focused, though. It's an interesting time of the year. Like I shared last week, everyone's saying survive to 25. My goal is thrive to 25, and I want you to do the same. And don't think that comes without any bumps and bruises and hiccups and challenges. It definitely does, because when the universe is pulling you in a different way, sometimes you got to buck up and get the work and stay focused. So with that said, thinking about you guys, make the day count.
I'm Mark Evans DM. I'm here to help and teach them what I know and how I did it to discover freedom. There ain't no question Mark Evans when he step in the door. He's closing deals. Time to tell him what the DM stand for. I'm a deal maker, but I'm not just a deal maker. I'm a dream maker. The journey's where it's at. It's all about the process. It's time to get over to the DM project. From a small town in Ohio, so I know how it is. And I come from a lot of money. I remember as a kid, wanted to make make 100 racks. Didn't see no one making more than that. Graduated high school with a 1.8. They should've held me back. I hope my principals and teachers are alive just to witness this. I'm my own boss, I'm out here running 2-8-figure businesses. I can walk away from it all, and I'll be good, but I've been called to help people just like y'all learn the game. It's time to ball. Everybody chasing the money, but I'm not chasing the money. I'm out here chasing the purpose, yo, I've been working my whole life. What got us where we at isn't gonna get us where we wanna go. So it's time to push, time to learn, time to grow. I'm more Gavin's DM. I'm here to help and teach them what I know and how I did it. To discover freedom. There ain't no question Mark Evans when he step in the door. He's closing deals. It's time to tell him what the DM stand for. I'm a deal maker, but I'm not just a deal maker. I'm a dream maker. The journey's where it's at. It's all about the process. It's time to get over to the DM project. I'm more Kevin DM. Deal maker. Deal maker. Deal maker. Deal maker. Deal maker. Deal maker. DM project.
This is thepodcastfactory.com.